Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be reading about the Native Americans of the Southwest region. So up here we have a map which shows where that Southwest region is. We have a picture of a pueblo and then also a drawing of some pottery. Down here, it's beginning our article. It says, the Southwest region is home to indigenous peoples called Pueblos, who are descendants from the ancestral Pueblo. They had lived in the Southwest for thousands of years. The name Pueblo is a Spanish term for town or village. It refers to the places where the peoples of the Southwest lived. In the 1400s, there were numerous Pueblo villages, the largest being home to the Hopi, Taos, and Zuni people. Today, these tribes, along with many others, are still thriving. Each Pueblo community has their own language. Like their ancestors, they also have their own government. It started when the clans within the villages could choose a leader. That person represented them on the village council. If the villages needed to meet for larger issues, each village would choose a representative to speak for them at a tribal council. Then each village could have a voice in the decisions. The tribal council still exists today. The Southwest region does not have many natural resources for survival. The land is dry and lacks trees and rivers. This region suffers from periods of drought. Because of this hardship, early Pueblo peoples had to be creative in order to get water to their crops. They were the first people to develop their own irrigation system. These early engineers dug waterways to get water from the rivers across the dry land and where their crops were grown. Pueblo peoples are very creative. In the early days, they grew cotton. The men would weave it into lightweight clothing. The women used clay and brightly colored paint to make beautiful pottery for everyday use. Pueblo peoples are said to be the most skilled potters. Women also made jewelry and baskets from willow and yucca. Today, Pueblo peoples still express their cultural traditions through art. The early peoples of the Southwest were hunters, gatherers, and farmers. Pueblo people hunted rabbits and elk. They gathered wild berries, but crops were the main source of food. Because of their creative methods, the Pueblo people were great farmers. They still are. They grow crops such as squash, beans, and wheat. They grow corn, also called maize. Maize makes up much of their diet. After harvest, they would dry it. They would grind it and store it. They grew over 24 different kinds of maize. Yellow and blue maize were the most popular. Since farming was so important to the early Pueblo peoples, they would choose someone as a sun watcher. That person let the farmers know the best time to plant and harvest their crops. Most of the early peoples of the Southwest lived in villages called pueblos. They had multi-story houses made of adobe. Adobe is a mixture of clay and straw. It's baked into hard bricks. Adobe homes were easy to build in a dry, hot climate. The bricks could be mixed and dried very quickly. Many villages today use modern materials to build these homes. Many of the early Pueblo peoples built pueblos beneath the overhanging cliffs or on top of mesas, hills with flat tops, to protect themselves from enemies. Their homes are like apartment buildings. An adobe building may hold an entire clan. Each family in the building had its own unit. Traditional life has a matrilineal clan system. That means that clan houses were owned by the women. Early Pueblo peoples were mainly farmers. They stayed in one place to tend their crops. Since the adobe homes were permanent homes, early Pueblo peoples mainly traveled on foot. Like all native tribes, the peoples of the Southwest have many traditional beliefs and customs. Most stem from their close ties with nature, the forests, the deserts, mountains, and waterways. Ceremonies and other important meetings are held in underground rooms called kivas. They are dug under each clan house. Pueblo peoples today still use them daily for meetings and ceremonies. They are now made in different shapes. Now, some are above ground. The Zuni hold a Shalako festival in the early winter. Dancers represent the rain gods. They celebrate the return of the sun. They pray for rain, growth, and fertility. This sacred ritual is only open to members of the tribe. The Hopi are known for their snake dance. This dance worships their ancestors. It gives thanks and asks the spirits to grant overall good fortune, not exclusively rain. Some Hopi ceremonies use kachina dolls. These dolls help teach the tribal religion to the clan's children and help with the harvest. The dolls are made to represent the different spirits that the tribe worshipped. Often, Hopi dress up like the dolls during chants and dances. And then here is your assignment that you're going to do at the end. It says Southwest at the top. It says boldface words represent important words in the article. Write the meaning of the words below using context clues in your reading. So you'll go through these 15 words, find the word back in the passage, and then figure out what it means by looking in the word and around the word, like we practice in language arts class. So the first one is Anasazi. Second was Pueblo. Third is village council. Fourth is tribal council. Fifth is drought. Sixth is irrigation system. 7 is maize. 8 is sun watcher. 9 is adobe. 10 is mesas. 11 is matrilineal. 12 is kiva. 13 is Shalako Festival. 14 is snake dance. And 15 is kachina dolls. At the bottom above that last box, it says choose a word above and create a sentence. All right, guys, and that is all that I have for you today. Good luck. Keep doing your best. I appreciate all your hard work, guys.